Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Is Chris Brown really to blame for what Kevin Mccall is going through? Or is Kevin simply looking for the most convenient person to blame? It seems as if Kevin wants to acknowledge that he did not have the financial literacy that he needed to manage his finances, while also kind of semi blaming Chris Brown for his lack of money. If you're not aware of what's happening, here's a quick summary. So, Kevin Mccall and Chris Brown worked together on music sometime many years ago, over 10 years ago. And Kevin claims to have written some songs for Chris Brown. And for some of these songs, Chris was supposed to pay him, but he didn't and still has not up till this day. And he has claimed in some interviews that Chris was supposed to pay him about $100,000 for some songs that he wrote, but he never received the money. But then in another interview, he said that the money was paid to him, but he was unaware because he was not up to date with his finances as he should have been. So he was not aware that the money was already paid to him. So quite frankly, it is difficult to be sure what exactly happened with this particular issue. He recently asked Chris Brown for $25,000 for some of the songs that he had written and should have been paid for. Now, whether or not this $25,000 that he is currently asking for is part of the $100,000 that he said he already received is unclear. Anyway, a few days ago, he started to complain about the fact that Chris Brown has made $90 million from his tour, and he, Kevin, had not seen a penny of all of that money. He's also starting to complain about the fact that he only received $250,000 after he sold his catalog for $500,000. And he used $50,000 out of that $250,000 to purchase a house for his mother. The more he talked, the more it became obvious that he did not pay close attention to the financial decisions that he was making. Because, for instance, if he was surprised that he did not get the exact amount of money that he sold his catalog for, then that's just crazy. He did not seem to consider that by the time he paid his taxes and whatever he may have owed the label that signed him, he will most definitely not have the full amount that he sold his catalog for. Also, asking for royalties after over a decade when you have concluded whatever business you had with someone makes no sense. Kevin Mccall has trolled Chris Brown on multiple occasions and then asking him for money as a favor, while also insinuating that Chris Brown owed him for some of his previous work. It just sounds like he's confused about what kind of relationship he wants to have with Chris Brown. It's like he's angry at Chris Brown for whatever reason, having to do with his financial status, but he also is asking for favors from Chris Brown, and it's like you have to pick one. You cannot be trolling someone and saying all of these things that make them look like they cheated you out of your money, but also expect them to do you favors at the same time. Chris Brown does not seem to be taking Kevin seriously at all. He posted a video taunting Kevin, so I don't think that Kevin will be getting any money from Chris anytime soon. The good news is that Young Thug has said that he will give some money to Kevin to help him out. So yeah, there's that. The thing about bailing out someone who makes poor financial decisions is that you will always have to bail them out over and over and over, because they will not develop like good decision making skills just because they received some money. Kevin also complained about being on food stamp like using the food stamp card. And you know what, that is not the end of the world. A lot of people use that card. If he has the ability to write songs like he said he did, then I'm very confused on how he has no source of income. I just don't understand how that works. He should be able to earn a living writing for other artists, even if he can't perform them himself. Chris Brown himself mentioned it in this clip where he said, if you wrote those songs that you said you did, then why hasn't he written more songs? Or something along those lines. This is the clip.
All these songs that he claiming he wrote, why he ain't write no more? Oh wait.
So it sounds almost as if Chris Brown is insinuating that Kevin may not have written the songs that he claimed that he wrote. That's what it sounded like Chris Brown was saying, but I don't know. So it was really sad to see him crying over using that card that he has to use to buy groceries. But I mean, it's like sometimes people that I heard someone say once that the people that you should avoid are more likely to evoke empathy from you. Kevin Mccall has been a terror in these streets. He has said some insanely colorist things towards a certain group of women. He has been violent towards his ex-wife, very violent to the point where she was afraid of him. But now he is gaslighting everyone by saying that, oh no, that he basically was downplaying the whole thing, saying, oh, I don't know why she was afraid of me. Well, was she afraid of my grandmother, my mother? And it's like, yeah, we all remember you being a terror to that woman, and we remember you saying some colorist things, which Chris Brown did say colorist things as well. And quite frankly, his Kevin McCall's ex-wife Eva Marcel did say colorist things as well. Whether they've changed and have grown from that, I don't know. But bringing it back to Kevin, he has been such a, I want to say, a not so nice person to a lot of people. And sometimes you wonder if people's karma comes as a result of the decisions that they make themselves. And they put themselves in these situations where they burn so many bridges with the way that they behave that it is difficult for them to move forward in their career. That seems to be what he is suffering from right now, because if he was friends with Chris and he was a big artist, he made music with a lot of people, how is he not able to generate some sort of income that he's at least able to live off of, even if it's like paycheck to paycheck? But he's a writer. If he really knows how to write, how is he not able to generate income from that? I just don't understand that part at all. So yeah, I don't want to say that this is his karma, but you know what, this is the bed that he has made for himself, and it's not nice that he's going through this. Hopefully he figures something out, but he's in a much better position than a whole lot of people. I mean, somebody just offered him $50,000 just like that, just because he complained about not having money. Can you believe it? A lot of people are using that same card, and very soon they will no longer be able to use it in stores. I think starting in November or something, nobody's showing up and offering them $50,000. Or is it $25,000? I think it was $25,000. So the fact that he's able to even be offered that amount is something he should be grateful for, and he should be able to recognize opportunities when he sees them and not continue to burn bridges and then wonder why he's not moving forward. Anyways, best of luck to Kevin. The card is not the worst thing in the world, so I understand he's really crying about his financial situation, not so much the card. But if he's been able to make something of his talent once, I'm sure he can do it again. That's all I have on Kevin. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.